Yes, and there and like Rashawn said, there are many translations that break
Yeah.
it down for you in simpler terms.
Hey, this is sounding contradictory, right? God won't be mad this that you saying, hey, this sounds contradictory, right?
Amen.
He won't be mad at that. And there are plenty of apps, plenty of websites that break it down clear to you that you
Yes,
don't have to worry about these highly words. This you don't have to worry about any of that. The
and
plan of salvation is clear. Follow me. Be a servant of the servant. And that's disgusting to somebody that is successful and highly uh, uh, lifted up, right?
yeah,
I'm not about to be a servant to no man that holds a plunger. I ain't about to do that.
yes, yes, and there and like Rashawn said, there are many translations that break
Yeah,
it down for you in simpler terms. But God is faithful. God is just. God will allow you to understand the Bible. And when you start to understand the Bible, you start to understand what Christ really did for us, and that His burden is light and His yoke is easy.
amen. And just to tag as we closing up here, my mentor Dr. Heiser, when people asked him to say, "Hey, well, what's the best translation?" He says, "The translation that you're going to read, that's the best translation." You know what I mean? And read. It's a thing called a preface in front of every translation that breaks down why they wrote what they wrote. So that too can help you to say, hey, okay, this is they're using multiple translations. They break it down. Me myself, I like to use the ESV English Standard Version, the NS New American Standard Version. I
Yeah,
like to use that.
man.
Yeah, and then the NLT, the New Living Translation. But like I said, it don't matter. Whichever one you're going to read is the best one.
And I tell you the truth that spirit will have you open up that King James, and it'll make so much sense. Because
Okay.
I used to be tough on the King James, but now when I open it, it's just like I'm reading just standard English. But
That's good.
but but since we saying what our favorite ones is, I think my favorite one is ESV too. I use
Yeah.
ESV, and I use King James, and I use NLT. I think New
Yeah.
Living Translation. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy's still trying to get me on that King James, boy. I'm like, that boy, these and thous, boy. I'm like, what? It's
Amen.
beautiful.
Amen.
It's a beautiful translation, bro.
It
It just
is.
is. It really is.
It's beyond us now. It's
Yeah,
beyond.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, yeah. I encourage you to I encourage you to read your Bibles.
Yeah.